It is not dinner theater. We're not going to feed anyone.
We do feed their soul.
I'm Annie Saunders. I'm the artistic director of Wilderness. It's a struggle, you know. I feel like I have tried a lot of different ways of describing what the work is, and I feel like I always have to keep taking steps backwards. I'll say, well, the audience can be anywhere in the space, and there's no stage and there's no seats. Let me back up to where you arrive at the place and it's not actually a theater and there's no lobby.
The action is around you as an audience, but then there is this fear, I might have to do something. So there is two different types of immersive theater. There is a type that the audience is still a witness and not necessarily an actor, or there might be some other kind of immersive theater who asks the audience to become a player. So my name is Sophie Bortolici, I'm from France, and I'm the co-director and choreographer of the Déchal Déclaré. You don't have a place where you should be.
Yeah, well, so you're immersed.
Choose that.
Exactly.
You choose what to see, you're your own director in a way. If you want to be close to the action, if you want to stand back and see the whole room, the performer might come and might need your space and you might have to move. I'm John Zalewski. I'm the sound designer and musician for the Déchal Déclaré.
You can be touched by the sound, you can be touched by the light, you can be touched by the performance, you can be touched by the world. And all of it together, it's like a beautiful environment. Hi, my name is Andrea Salazar. I am a production manager and I work with companies like Shunt and Punch Drunk and just a few other people that do immersive work.
I love immersive theater, but I don't want to be asked to have to interact with the actors. I get terrified.
My mother was terrified to see our show. She couldn't comprehend what would happen. It's quite intimate and you literally see the whites of the audience's eyes. Hi, I'm Chris Pollock. I'm an actor in the Déchal Déclaré.
Is that no limitations are placed on you apart from what is already embedded in the environment. So if there's a locked door, then you can't go there, but you feel like no one is hurting you. Or
as exhausting as it is to be so exposed, to have people on your face, following you, hearing sometimes you have people right there the entire time or in your face, and you're but then this moment where you know that they're just there, they want to know, they want to feel what you feel, they almost breathe with you, is also the most beautiful. I felt like a kid. I remember I used to sit no more in Boston and I was like...
It's a really sexy, dark...
I think sexy.
Sexy is one of the really key things about this. One of the overwhelming things about it is the atmosphere is charged with eroticism. You are masked, it's dark, sometimes it's you and a performer in the room. They might be dressing and undressing. I watched a guy get stripped in a desert, flail around naked, be taken to a bathtub, washed naked by a witch, get dressed, and all the while I'm thinking, am I still supposed to be watching this? It sticks with you in a way that is so much more personal.
I heard some story well, this person took me in this closet and kissed me and make out with me, and I'm like, no. This didn't happen. I know what is a one-on-one, but the fantasy and because I think it's so charged that you're trying to, something really weird happened.
It's that intimacy. I think maybe it's not, we mistake intimacy for sex, but actually it's just you're getting something very personal and you can feel that these characters are unloading confessions on you, and something about that atmosphere makes it feel more intimate. When I saw Drowned Man, you didn't know I was there, but you grabbed me at one point. You held my face and whispered something to me, and it touches you, even more so because you're being watched by the faceless audience.
This was Drowned Man at Paddington Station. This was huge.
So it was really big, 4 floors, deserts, a forest. It was pretty big, 600 people a show.
You might be in a space for 2 hours and not seeing any performers, and some people just spend an hour in one room exploring every detail. It's exactly like life. You're going into the world, action happen around you, sometimes you meet someone.
You can have an immersive version of a play on paper, like you said, that's exactly like it's Hamlet or whatever, but it's immersive and there's no constraints on the audience. And you could also do that, you could do an immersive version of a written traditional play in a theater or in some space where you're not responding to the space at all and it's just placed in there.
I think there's very little sort of form and shape for this type of art. I think for us, we are still like figuring out how to best model it so that it's kind of organic enough, but also, you know, you can kind of do it again.
For Wilderness, which I set up in late 2011, this is our first full-length production in Los Angeles. This is a 30-person audience, and there's no element of like what you were saying about like now you're on your own. This piece is much more intimate and much more held like by the
and they have choices,
performer.
but somehow we don't have like multiple action truly simultaneously. So they are somehow they are guided through. But the immersive comes from really entering a world.
There is something totally irreplaceable about a person turning to another person and just saying words.
It's a really total performance. I'm aware of the performance that's happening here, the show that we're doing, a bit of audience management. When all of that functions really well, it's really exciting.
The idea of people coming in here and living in this world with us for an hour and then kind of going back out into downtown LA and back into their lives and kind of going like, what was that place? Where was that? And it's gone, you know, because really every single night is different, and it totally depends on who's in the room that night and what happens between them, and it will never exist again.